Hello everyone, this is Sai from Let's Upgrade Community, a community where you can revamp, rescale and upgrade yourself into the latest technologies like analytics, blockchain, machine learning, IoT and different stuff. You can meet the industry prominent guys into our regular meetups which we conduct in your places nearby you. You can register for the same meetups at letsupgrade.in. Hello everyone, this is Sai from Let's Upgrade Community, a community where you can revamp, rescale and upgrade yourself into the latest technologies like analytics, blockchain, machine learning, IoT and different stuff. You can meet the industry prominent guys into our regular meetups which we conduct in your places nearby you. You can register for the same meetups at letsupgrade.in. Hello everyone, this is Sai from Let's Upgrade Community, a community where you can revamp, rescale and upgrade yourself into the latest technologies like analytics, blockchain, machine learning, IoT and different stuff. You can meet the industry prominent guys into our regular meetups which we conduct in your places nearby you. You can register for the same meetups at letsupgrade.in. Hello everyone, this is Sai from Let's Upgrade Community, a community where you can revamp, rescale and upgrade yourself into the latest technologies like analytics, blockchain, machine learning, IoT and different stuff. You can meet the industry prominent guys into our regular meetups which we conduct in your places nearby you. You can register for the same meetups at letsupgrade.in. Hello everyone, this is Sai from Let's Upgrade Community, a community where you can revamp, rescale and upgrade yourself into the latest technologies like analytics, blockchain, machine learning, IoT and different stuff. You can meet the industry prominent guys into our regular meetups which we conduct in your places nearby you. You can register for the same meetups at letsupgrade.in. Hello everyone, this is Sai from Let's Upgrade Community, a community where you can revamp, rescale and upgrade yourself into the latest technologies like analytics, blockchain, machine learning, IoT and different stuff. You can meet the industry prominent guys into our regular meetups which we conduct in your places nearby you. You can register for the same meetups at letsupgrade.in. Hello everyone, this is Sai from Let's Upgrade Community, a community where you can revamp, rescale and upgrade yourself into the latest technologies like analytics, blockchain, machine learning, IoT and different stuff. You can meet the industry prominent guys into our regular meetups which we conduct in your places nearby you. You can register for the same meetups at letsupgrade.in. Hello everyone, this is Sai from Let's Upgrade Community, a community where you can revamp, rescale and upgrade yourself into the latest technologies like analytics, blockchain, machine learning, IoT and different stuff. You can meet the industry prominent guys into our regular meetups which we conduct in your places nearby you. You can register for the same meetups at letsupgrade.in. Hello everyone, this is Sai from Let's Upgrade Community, a community where you can revamp, rescale and upgrade yourself into the latest technologies like analytics, blockchain, machine learning, IoT and different stuff. You can meet the industry prominent guys into our regular meetups which we conduct in your places nearby you. You can register for the same meetups at letsupgrade.in. Hello everyone, this is Sai from Let's Upgrade Community, a community where you can revamp, rescale and upgrade yourself into the latest technologies like analytics, blockchain, machine learning, IoT and different stuff. You can meet the industry prominent guys into our regular meetups which we conduct in your places nearby you. You can register for the same meetups at letsupgrade.in. Hello everyone, this is Sai from Let's Upgrade Community, a community where you can revamp, rescale and upgrade yourself into the latest technologies like analytics, blockchain, machine learning, IoT and different stuff. You can meet the industry prominent guys into our regular meetups which we conduct in your places nearby you. You can register for the same meetups at letsupgrade.in. Hello everyone, this is Sai from Let's Upgrade Community, a community where you can revamp, rescale and upgrade yourself into the latest technologies like analytics, blockchain, machine learning, IoT and different stuff. You can meet the industry prominent guys into our regular meetups which we conduct in your places nearby you. You can register for the same meetups at letsupgrade.in. Hello everyone, this is Sai from Let's Upgrade Community, a community where you can revamp, rescale and upgrade yourself into the latest technologies like analytics, blockchain, machine learning, IoT and different stuff. You can meet the industry prominent guys into our regular meetups which we conduct in your places nearby you. You can register for the same meetups at letsupgrade.in. Hello everyone, this is Sai from Let's Upgrade Community, a community where you can revamp, reskill and upgrade yourself into the latest technologies like analytics, blockchain, machine learning, IoT and different stuff. You can meet the industry prominent guys into our regular meetups which we conduct in your places nearby you. You can register for the same meetups at letsupgrade.in. Hello everyone, this is Sai from Let's Upgrade Community, a community where you can revamp, reskill and upgrade yourself into the latest technologies like analytics, blockchain, machine learning, IoT and different stuff. You can meet the industry prominent guys into our regular meetups which we conduct in your places nearby you. You can register for the same meetups at letsupgrade.in. Hello everyone, this is Sai from Let's Upgrade Community, a community where you can revamp, reskill and upgrade yourself into the latest technologies like analytics, blockchain, machine learning, IoT and different stuff. You can meet the industry prominent guys into our regular meetups which we conduct in your places nearby you. You can register for the same meetups at letsupgrade.in. Hello everyone, this is Sai from Let's Upgrade Community, a community where you can revamp, reskill and upgrade yourself into the latest technologies like analytics, blockchain, machine learning, IoT and different stuff. You can meet the industry prominent guys into our regular meetups which we conduct in your places nearby you. You can register for the same meetups at letsupgrade.in. Hello everyone, this is Sai from Let's Upgrade Community, a community where you can revamp, reskill and upgrade yourself into the latest technologies like analytics, blockchain, machine learning, IoT and different stuff. You can meet the industry prominent guys into our regular meetups which we conduct in your places nearby you. You can register for the same meetups at letsupgrade.in. Hello everyone, this is Sai from Let's Upgrade Community, a community where you can revamp, reskill and upgrade yourself into the latest technologies like analytics, blockchain, machine learning, IoT and different stuff. You can meet the industry prominent guys into our regular meetups which we conduct in your places nearby you. You can register for the same meetups at letsupgrade.in. Hello everyone, this is Sai from Let's Upgrade Community, a community where you can revamp, reskill and upgrade yourself into the latest technologies like analytics, blockchain, machine learning, IoT and different stuff. You can meet the industry prominent guys into our regular meetups which we conduct in your places nearby you. You can register for the same meetups at letsupgrade.in. Hello everyone, this is Sai from Let's Upgrade Community, a community where you can revamp.
Hi all, good evening. This is Hemant here. I can see around 33 people are there right now online. Can I get a hi from all of you? And a good evening. I want to see hi, I want to see good afternoon, good evening, whatever you want to write. I want to see a perfect participation from all of you. Before I start, let me give a brief introduction about myself. My name is Hemant and I work in eClerx as the head of AI and machine learning products. Today we are going to basically try and understand what is this AI ML engineer kind of a profile. How does it fit into data science? What are the different roles? But before I start all of this, I want all of you to basically understand what is data science, what is AI, what is machine learning, how all of these things fit into it, right? So let me start with the curiosity of what it is, right? Everybody have listened to the words, keywords or phrases like AI, machine learning, deep learning, and all those things. Where do these actually fit in is the most important question. How do we apply? What is this AI or machine learning engineer, right? Who can become this AI machine learning engineer? who can basically become a deep learning engineer, right? All of these key questions are going to be answered today, and I want your full participation in trying and understanding these concepts. So go ahead, let's go forward and try and understand first and foremost thing. Why is data science not? The question looks very vague, right? Why is data science not? So the objective thing is, don't go by the grammatical part of it. The objective here is, what is data science and why are people doing it, and what is this that differentiates it from a regular software engineering job or any other job that is there, right? So I'm trying to build up and clear the myth in first 1-2 minutes, and then we can go ahead. First, data science is not a software engineering piece of work. But within that, data science is not about creating products, features, systems, or fancy things. It is also not part of a data visualization, right? Or maybe a visualization piece of work. That is also not data science. It's not that data science doesn't have all of these cool parts, but these are not disintegrated. So the second point that you see here is data science is not a visualization piece of work, and its fundamental duty is not to just showcase basis infographics or outcomes, right? Now, these might be slightly different than what you must have seen, but at the end, you will understand what I'm trying to say. Point number 3, data science is not specific scientific piece of work. It is not research, it is not PhD, nothing like that, right? Now, specifically, data scientists are not a part of academia. I'll explain all of these concepts very refinedly. Next is, data scientists usually do not publish papers, right? Industry requirements and business needs make the job of a data scientist needed, right? So I'll explain you all of this, just I want you to go through the points. What is data science is like preparing a meal. You require everything. You require understanding of the problem. You require the business requirements. You also need to understand that, okay, is it that it requires data science? But fundamentally, what is data science? Data science is a subject where you try and analyze if there are certain patterns that you see in your regular business, automate it, and also forecast, or maybe let's say for example, try to find out what might happen in the future. All of these things together. So it's not specifically a software engineering piece. It is not a data visualization kind of a thing. It is not a scientific research. Everything in data science revolves around business. So you join as a machine learning engineer, you join as an artificial intelligence engineer, you join as a data scientist. All of those things fundamentally revolve around the concept of a meal. Why I'm saying a meal is because data science is not only few parts. It is a combination. It's like a community. It's like a group of things that you have to do together to meet your business skills, right? So to meet a business skill, obviously, or maybe a business requirement, you need to have 10 different things together. All of those things combine to become a data science structure. But business can be a lot of things. But if your business requires understanding patterns, predicting future, and also seeing what is going to happen, and try and do a post facto analysis that, okay, you have done this, is it that the right thing that you have done? All of those things are very much important in data science. So I told you, number one myth, data science is not a software engineering piece. Data science is not visualization. Data science is not related to PhD or scientists. So by this, what do you understand? Any person who has a good level of understanding a problem and can solve it, right, using multiple variable tools and bring at the end outcome as a business context is what is data science. But fundamentally, data science always revolves around, I told you, three things. One, understanding patterns. Second, finding if these patterns are helping your business or you're losing the business. And third thing is most important one. Are you trying to predict what is going to happen in the near future? Are you trying to find all of these? So that's why I said doing data science is like preparing a meal, not just one. Now let's go ahead and understand why is everyone thinking of this ML, AI, data science and all, right? I said as data science is fundamentally a study, right? Where information, we have to understand from where the information is going to come. I mean, from which database and all those things you have to understand. Next, how do you represent this data? Because what happens is data would be in different set of formats. Now you have to bring everything into a common format. Next is how do you turn this data and understand what is happening with your business and make it more resourceful, right? And link it to the right business or IT strategies. A business can be anything. Data science can be applied to any place. You go to companies like Tata Steel, you have got data scientists. You go to companies like um, Piramal, which is into drugs and stuff, drug discovery and stuff. All of those have data scientists. It's not that one domain data science covers. Every domain that you take, manufacturing, banking, services, insurance, everywhere data science is going to come. Next, this artificial intelligence phrase is common, that has been used from past 60-70 years. But what is AI? AI is fundamentally a process where the system or the machine tries to understand something which the machine has not seen. That's AI, that's artificial intelligence. What is machine learning and what's the difference between that? We will come to that later. Next is machine learning fundamentally helps the system to understand patterns and act accordingly. Machine learning is not artificial intelligence at all. Now, there's a very important code that you have to look at. And if you see this diagram that I have created, is basically contains AI. Within that you have machine learning and within that you have deep learning. But if you see the data science circle, the data science circle is outside all of this, but has some traits of deep learning, has some traits of AI, and has some traits of machine learning. All of this together fundamentally becomes the data science part, right? So we talked about three things here. One is data science, one is AI, what is ML. But I would like to quote a very important thing. There's a venture capitalist called Benedict Evans, and in his statement he has said eventually pretty much everything we have is machine learning, and somewhere inside no one will care. Why I said I quoted this statement is because there is no typical true AI. True AI means what? If you have an apple, right, and you always, your system, or there's a child who has always seen maybe a pear, right, or maybe the kid has seen a muskmelon, will the kid understand when you show him an apple? No, right? But if you show him red apple every day and show him green apple one day, he will try to understand that, okay, features of these two apples look same except the color. And then there we will try and understand, the kid will try and understand that there is a chances, high probable chances, that this particular fruit I'm seeing is an apple, but the color is different. Now that's the thin layer between AI and machine learning or advanced machine learning. What's the thin layer? You don't see that thing or that apple, any kind of apple, and still you can predict it by using some structure, right? Or maybe, so that is the top level. Next is you have not seen the product or maybe the apple with green color, but you can with some probability say that, okay, it looks like an apple because of this four more features, right? Third level is when you every day show the kid the red apple, right? Or maybe a machine, right? Let's keep out the kids example. Let's take a machine example. And that particular machine now tries to understand that, yes, this is a red apple which I've seen previously, is machine learning. You have machine learning level 1, you have machine learning level 2, and you have true AI, right? So whatever we do these days is more related to the pseudo AI, right? True AI is a very complicated structure to look at. Next, AI, fundamentally the word AI came in 1950s and it revolved till 1970s. Then the phase of machine learning came. What did AI basically have? It had engineering of making intelligent machines and programs. Now, at that particular time, even if you punch a card, people used to call AI, right? But is it that the true definition of AI? I don't think so, right? Next is machine learning, making the system understand without explicitly programming. That means you don't create a rule. You don't say that, okay, if the size of the apple is only this, then it's an apple. Or side of a fruit is only this, it's an apple. Or color is this, it's an apple, right? When your system tries to look at the apple multiple times and at the n plus 1th time, if the system tries and understands that, yes, this looks like an apple, then that is machine learning. What is deep learning? If you do not understand certain outcome, like say for example of an apple, right? Because when you train that particular model, you showcased a green apple and you showcased a red apple. If your system is not able to bifurcate that, because the color is not the important feature, you need more data set, as well as you need to understand various different internal patterns. So when you want to go deep and understand the internal patterns, then that is called fundamentally deep learning, because deep learning helps you to understand patterns which are not clearly visible to a machine learning algorithm. Let's see what all makes a machine learning engineer. And now I will clear one more myth, right? One more myth is, do you need an engineering degree to become a data scientist or a machine learning or AI engineer? Not at all. You are from any graduation background, maybe commerce, art, sciences. If you think that yes, you can solve the problem, then you can become an AI or a machine learning engineer or a data scientist, right? First thing that you need is some basic computer programming or computer science fundamentals. I'm not saying computer engineering degree, I'm saying computer science fundamentals, right? So basic programming and all those things are required. Why? Because to automate these systems, right, to read that particular apple, the shape of it, the color of it, and all those, it cannot happen automatically. You need to have a method to do that, right? Next is you need probability and statistics. Why this is needed? This is fundamentally needed because when you try to understand various business problems, everything is mathematical. You take any problem, you take sales related problem, you take insurance related specific problems, you take fraud detection, you take anything, everything revolves around probability and fundamentals of statistics. Everywhere you require mean, mode, median, everything, right? Third is data modeling and evaluation. When the data comes to you, it's not that you just pick it up, right? You just pluck the fruit from the tree and then eat it. It's not that easy. So obviously, you need to go ahead and fundamentally create a view, right? Understand that, okay, if I pluck this fruit, it's not very easy to eat. It is not directly consumable. You need to cook it or you need to do something, right? Similar, for example, vegetables, right? There are some vegetables where you cannot eat it directly. You have to cook it, you have to do all of those cleaning purposes. Simple example is jackfruit, right? You have to open it, you have to clean everything and all those. So data modeling, evaluation, exploration is fundamentally very much important, right? Next is applying machine learning algorithms. Now here you don't have to do big research. As I said previously, right? Data science is not about publishing papers or doing great research. Great fellows have already created lot of algorithms. You should know where to use what. That's the most important thing, right? Now, after this slide, I would like to go ahead and take some questions. Any questions, guys? Please go ahead and ask questions. And meanwhile, I'll be going and helping you to understand the entire AI ML journey. Is my voice clear or not clear? Okay, so let's take a leap and try and understand fundamentally in data science what all are needed and what is the bifurcation, right? You have to listen to this very carefully. Machine learning fundamentally is more related to help the machine understand what the pattern is, or help them to iterate that particular part. For example, let me just make it more clearer for all of you, right? Let's take an example of trying to find out fraud in insurance. So I'll give a small use case. So there was a insurance company XYZ, and this insurance company had a lot of agents, right? But these agents are not the employees of those companies, right? But they were a group of people who did a lot of fraud. Like for example, there was a group of 2 3 agents. They went to a mortuary, and they went to that particular mortuary, and there was a woman standing there, and her husband had died, right? Went to the doctor and said, hey, can you give me a death certificate of this person, which is showcasing the death after 3 years. Now the documentation is created. So this is a hypothetical statement I'm basically trying to build up here, right? Creates a particular document that is 3 years after the current date. Now, let's say for example, you go ahead and you got that use case to you. That means that when these agents went basically to the mortuary, got the death certificate of that person, they immediately went and created a policy on that particular person's name. Now the company does not go to the individual person. Why? The agent goes, and they take a policy worth 1 crore rupees. And the premium for that particular product is around 18,000 per year. Imagine 18,000 per year, and if something happens to the person, then the beneficiary gets 1 crore rupees. Now the person has died and the company does not know. Now what happens here in this particular case is, after 2 3 years, basis the regulations of the insurance company, they go ahead and claim that. So basically the death certificate is after 3 years, right? So they claim after 3 years, and the company has to give 1 crore rupees. Now, if this project comes to all of you and the company wants you to try and find out in near future who are the people who will typically go ahead and do fraud, this particular problem requires you to understand patterns. That means the person is from this location, right? The agent is from this location. The actual person is the person who takes the insurance, the insurer basically, right? Insuree basically gets is from particular location. This is what his salary is. This is what the product he has taken, or insurance product he has taken. If you can help the system understand these independent cuts or rules, automatically that is called machine learning, right? So I'll take few questions. So somebody says that for a beginner in data science, what are the basic things he has to be strong? If somebody has to be strong in data science, as I said, what is important for you is these 4 things, right? One is you should be good at some programming. Second is your probability and statistics should be good to some extent. Third is you have to understand how to convert the data that comes to you into a format that is consumable by the business. As I said, the example of insurance, right? So when the use problem statement came to you as a machine learning engineer or an AI engineer, because see, data science is a very big thing. Now within that, you have got AI engineer, you have got machine learning engineer, you have got business analyst, you have got data scientists and all those. Now each and everyone's role is different. Machine learning engineer fundamentally focuses on how to implement the technology of learning patterns and providing the optimization of all of those algorithms which will give you good accuracy. That is what is the fundamental duty of a machine learning engineer. What is the duty of an AI engineer? AI engineer's fundamental duty is to make the system more robust so that tomorrow, if the accuracy of the algorithm or accuracy of the project goes down, you need to have a feedback mechanism which will basically go ahead and feed the output analysis back into the system. Now, which makes it more robust, it makes it more fail safe, right? All of those. Deep learning engineer comes when your machine learning is not able to answer the queries. I'll tell you an example. If you take insurance frauds, the proportion of those insurance frauds is not more than 0.5%. That means out of 1,000 cases, you will find only 5 frauds. I told you an example, right? Apple. If you show a kid Apple every day, then it is easy for the kid to grasp that, okay, this is an apple. But if you show the kid, right, some other fruit, and you 1,000 times, right, or maybe 995 times, and 5 times you show him apple, the 1,001th time he would be more intuitive in predicting the other fruit rather than the apple, right? So these kind of cases where the finding out the rules is very difficult and you need to understand very fine minute data related points, you use deep learning, right? So advanced machine learning is fundamentally put into deep learning's bucket. Let's take a few questions. So Shashank asks, is there any strong knowledge of complex queries or database related skills required? Okay, so I'll tell you what. Specifically, if you ask me, out of 100 different job sets or job groups that come in AI or machine learning, there are only 10% cases where you require very hardcore SQL or maybe some databases. Everywhere things are easy because the data set that you typically get, right, in a pilot kind of a concept and everything is pilot basically means before the project you basically you start showcasing your skills. That is called a pilot or a proof of concept. All of these cases, right, it is more like Excel sheets that you will get, right? And those Excel sheets you can read it in Python, you can read it in R and all those things. When you go to product or a project which is at a later stage, right, fundamentally requires the database, but you don't require a complex understanding of SQL and all of these. What you just need to know is how to acquire the data, how to run the model and put it back, right? Okay, so next question, let's go from the top. Ganesh asks, Goresh asks, what can this help in networking domain? Fundamentally, yes. I'll tell you why. Now, if you take Tata Communications or all of these communications, right? First and foremost important thing is how do you define bandwidth? Which particular applications require bandwidth? If you can predict that prior to providing the bandwidth, most of the important works get off, right? That's the most fundamental problem statement that is there in networking domain. Okay, let's go ahead. Nilesh Rathore says, what basic fundamental algorithm require? So Nitesh, You don't require any fundamental algorithm as such, because machine learning, all algorithms are all, slightly different from one another. If you know basics of data structure, right? Basics of data structure, how a data is created. Like, I'm not talking about variable, right? How the data fundamentally is stored, how do you pick up the data, because see, you don't require huge knowledge in data structures, because right now if you use Python or R, it is very easy. You just have to import and do all of those things. And similarly, you don't require much complications. What you need to learn is some basics of statistics, so that all of these machine learning algorithms can be learnt, because all of these machine learning algorithms, what is the basics? Probability statistics, right? So whatever 10 standard mathematics that we have learnt, right, all of those things are very much important here. Okay, the next question is, sir, best country to pursue MS in data science? MS in data science, I think John Hopkins is having, right? And I think University of Columbia. So those are the best places, and US is one of the best country to do that. Komal Vaikar asks, in machine learning, we have to build algorithm or we use inbuilt libraries? You don't have to build any algorithm as such to do machine learning. You have to tune the algorithm, basically, right? Which is also not a very complicated task, but you can use inbuilt algorithms, that's for sure. But you need to understand why you have to tune, where we have to tune, and how to use it. See, fundamentally, machine learning engineer or deep learning engineer has to use these concepts, machine learning and deep learning related algorithms, right? Like in deep learning, you have got CNN, you have got RNN, concept of LSTM, all of the, I would not like to go inside that, but you have to basically learn where to use it. That's the most important point, not to create your own algorithm. Next is Faisal Sheikh asks, how good is learning data science for a person who is not holding any degree? Yes, so Faisal, data science is not related to any degree as such, right? So even if you learn data science, you can easily get into various firms, and you can also start your own freelancing project, right? Like Upworks is one of the website where you can go and develop your own project, showcase your skills, right? See, deep learning, machine learning, AI, all of these things do not require a degree, but you need to understand some basics of statistics, probability, and all those. Let's take the next question. Can automation tester become a data scientist? 100% Ajay, yes, you can, right? So if you are the automation tester, yes, you can become a data scientist, because it's not that data scientists require PhD and all those things. So even if you do not have a degree, you can become a data scientist. That's not a big problem, right? The only thing is how to solve a business problem and bring it to a right level, because data science is not like this. Data science is creating a meal, as I said, right? You require how to read the data, you need to know from where the data is coming, you need to know how to showcase the output to the end customer or the client, you need to know what algorithms to run so that I will get the output. Like I gave the example, right? If you take uh, insurance fraud is a very complex problem, because out of 1,000 cases there will be one or two frauds, right? To predict that in near future who is going to be a fraud is a difficult or a complex problem, wherein you will require a machine learning engineer or a deep learning engineer to develop the technical aspect. Business aspect is not very difficult because it's a very clear case, but if it is not a clear case, right, you need a business analyst, you need a data scientist, you need a project manager, who these three people will basically run through the project. They will not go very deep or dedicatedly inside it, but will be looking around the entire solution, how to give, what has to be done, and all those. Uh, Okay, what kind of certification do we need in AI engineering? So you can do some certification that is on AI and machine learning, right? That there are a lot of cases, but the only thing is you have to learn. Your certificate will not help you. Next is Karthik says, should we be very good at coding? Not required. So don't worry about coding at all, right? You should know basic coding, and you should know that, okay, it's not that, you should be a very hardcore programmer into C and all those things, right? Python is a very simple language. R is a very simple. So Python is a scripting language. R is a programming language. So both of them are so easy that any layman can understand. So you don't have to be very good in programming. Which programming is good, R or Python? Tanay asks. Tanay Mahajan, according to me, best is Python, right? Why? Because you can use it for proof of concept, and you can also use for projects. Next is, okay, so how do we develop a website or software using AIML? Okay, so you don't develop a software or a web page, right? AIML is more related to the business. Like I said, insurance fraud is one problem statement. Second is trying to find out, right, about automated driving cars and all those things. So the requirement creates these profiles. The AI, machine learning, deep learning is the requirement of the business, right? First understand the requirement. Don't take a top-down approach that you create a website or a product and then you implement AI. If the business requires these kind of algorithms or engineers, then you bake all of them together and then give out a product. But yes, you can do that. And how to develop a website and all, so there are various different packages, right, that are there in Python. So Django you can use and all those for developing your websites. Next question is for Shashank. Ramesh asks, for someone of 6 to 8 years experience and for a non-data science background, what skills are needed? Full-fledged switch. Very good question. So what is really required? I'll tell you. Let's imagine that I come from some XYZ background which is not at all related to engineering or data science or anything. I have done most of my life as a call center employee, right? Now, I don't have the core technical details, but I know some domain knowledge with respect to the call centers. What I should learn? Number one, I should make a strong hold in understanding the basic concepts of data science. What are those? Probability, statistics. Second, I have to go online to all the top 10 companies in India which are into maybe IT, manufacturing, or anything, and see what kind of data science problems they are solving. So if you go on their website, you will get a lot of white papers. Go through that. Just read it in a leisure manner, right? You will understand, okay, this was the problem statement. So one of the problem statement in pharmaceuticals, I will tell you, finding out drugs which are related to a particular disease. Now, manually synthesizing drug is a difficult task. So using machine learning, can I find out that which drug will map to which disease? That's a data science problem, right? So everywhere data science is there, but you need to understand first what are the different use cases or the problems that people solve. Then grow interest inside you that yes, I can deliver it, right? And then you do some programming. So basics of Python. So three things are required. One is statistics and probability. Second thing is your basics of programming. And third is understand the use cases. What are people actually doing? You have to do some of literature survey that what type of problems are being solved. Hope that answers your question, Shashank. Okay. And next is software developer, RC. Yeah. Yes, a software engineer can obviously become AI, AI developer. It's not a very difficult task. Just as I said, right? Except, the development part, you have to also concentrate on various algorithms that are there. How do you capture the data? What is the business use case? Fraud analytics is one business. Marketing analytics is one business. What type of, advertisement should be showcased can also be a data science problem. Right? Hariom asks if don't need good programming, no degree, not algorithm, not such much, then why not everyone in data scientist? Okay, so good question, right? The meaning of data science in every company is different, or data scientist, sorry, not a data science, data scientist in every company is different, right? I'm not saying that you require a lot of intelligence. You require hard work. You need to understand, right? So this is a field which has come at a time where there's a lot of software development activities going on, right? If you really think that data science, typically is for intelligence people, then only IITians or maybe those who are really very intelligent, right, who have scored top marks and stuff, right, and with high intelligence will only become data scientists. It's not like that. 80% of data science professional are coming from normal engineering, normal commerce, normal science colleges, right? And there are so many. I'll tell you two examples. There is a kid whose name is Tanmay Bakshi, who basically develops a lot of AI and machine learning algorithms, whose age is 13, right? Now, obviously, you need some part of it interest within understanding these problems and implementing it. So that's what. So to answer your question is very important. Even if you have no degree, very I mean nominal intelligence and everything, what is most important thing is hard work. Next, Sujoy asks what type of project we can do to practice. Sujoy, the best place to practice is Kaggle.com. But one most important thing, in Kaggle.com, it's more oriented towards accuracy of the output that you get. It's not always the case. Most important is understanding the business and what is required for your client, right? So I'll go ahead and later on we can ask more questions. Data science is fundamentally all of these three, right? The top level is AI, then the machine learning, then the deep learning. AI contains everything in it. Like say for example, AI automation, it contains automation first. It contains system to understand. It contains feedback, right? It also contains the results that has to be showcased. So all of that are part of AI. What ML typically does not contain is the reinforcement part. So the reinforcement part and trying to understand things which are typically not a plethora of ML, right? Wherein you will have Q learning and all those things. They are more related to AI. So if you want to see the real high level AI, there is a website called deepmind.com. Deepmind.com. You have to go there and see. And I'll tell you, a lot of companies mix this AI engineer and machine learning engineer concept. The same work that machine learning engineer does, they are creating the models, deploying the models and running it and providing the accuracy and all those things AI engineer also does. So when you want to specifically understand the difference between both of them, AI engineer is fundamentally a person who has one thing in mindset. Can I automate the learning of a machine and also understand new patterns which I do not have previously? That means every year my sales was 1500, and when I tried to predict it in near future, it also gave 1500. But what happened is in reality it was not 1500 but 500. So if your system can automatically understand without knowing much that okay, this is the point where the dip is going to happen, precisely goes out of the context of machine learning and goes into AI. If you tell the system to learn this and it learns and gives an output, right, and understand the patterns easily, then that is machine learning. But if those patterns are not there and still if you want to predict it, that is AI. But if you see all of the job descriptions that come in all the places, AI engineer and machine learning engineer fundamentally has the same role. Okay, so let me take few questions. Sam says, I'm having 7 years gap, which is not a software companies. Will the companies allow me for experience as any fresher opportunity? There are a lot of opportunities. Don't worry about freshers. Just one thing you have to do, right, is go ahead, do a particular course, implement those algorithms. solve more use cases, business use cases. I'll tell you the best way to do it. Take top 5 companies, go to their websites and see the use cases. Similar use cases, go to Kaggle, analyticsvidya.com and try and find out that yes, these are the similar set of use. You will not get the same use case because they will not give you the data and stuff. But if you find similar use case, try to solve it. And then put it in your CV, in your LinkedIn profile, everywhere. These companies will come behind you. Let's take Amay says, how can we get domain knowledge? I have computer science background. So domain knowledge you will get, right? I told you, fundamentally you need to go and learn probability and statistics that is required for data science. There are a lot of books that are available, right, online. According to me, the best book to learn is Introduction to Statistical Learning, right, in R. Now it is also, now the book has come in Python as well, so you can go ahead and read that. So Sujay asks again, does that need domain knowledge? So let's say, for example, if you take an insurance project, right, you don't actually need a domain knowledge because there will be a subject matter expert who will help you out with all of this, right? But you need to be a fast grasper. That means today you get insurance problem, tomorrow you get marketing problem, third you will get something else. You should grasp fast. That thing you have to acquire. That's what I'm saying. Data scientist typically does not require one particular domain's knowledge, like insurance, like banking, finance, right, other services. The person does not require all of those, or AI or machine learning or engineer does not require all of those. But when you showcase results and understand the variables, you need some knowledge which you can acquire while doing the project. Okay, group in the sense to, okay, so what is the part to complete a project? What are the fundamental thinking should be? Okay, Sujay, very good question. First and foremost, fundamental problems, you have to first clear cut define the problem statement. What is the use case? As I said, insurance fraud. What is the use case? Finding out for each and every policy in the near future, what is the probability that the particular policy will be a fraud policy, right? Now, when you have this problem statement very clear cut, your understanding of the business maps to this problem statement, and then you can start running the project, right? So first, your fundamental thinking is, how can I define the problem statement and what does the client want? These two questions are very much important. Why? Because most of the people, what they do is just go ahead, take the data, run some algorithms, give some results. But those results, out of those whatever 100 results they have given, 99 are of no use. Then what is the meaning of doing it, right? Two things most important: problem statement, understanding what the client needs. Let's see what is AI, right? Now, there is a very thin gap, I said, between AI engineer and a machine learning engineer. I'm not saying with respect to the job descriptions that are there on Naukri. There, everything is same, right? True AI is basically understanding something which the system has not seen. That is called true AI, right? But if you make the concept of AI as pseudo AI or advanced machine learning, right, then these are the things that we have to look at. Number one is machine learning, right? Machine learning typically is a very broad term where it consists of predictive analytics and deep learning. What is predictive analytics? Trying to find out the stock price in next 6 months. You're predicting, right? Deep learning is trying to understand what are the different patterns by which I can go ahead and truly say that this is the share market price that is going to come for this stock in near future. Deep learning is always used in cases where the machine learning fails to some extent. Next, what kind of use cases? Speech vision. I'll tell you a very good use case. In call centers, a lot of people, take inbound as well as outbound calls. Inbound calls means wherein lot of people call you up. Like imagine that you are a call center employee of Vodafone. A lot of people call you and say, hey, I have a network issue, I have some issue like this, or Airtel. people call up. In some cases, you call up that particular customer and say, hey, I have got a new plan. In all of those things, there is a team called call monitoring team, which will sit, listen to each and every call and see if the agent did something wrong. What did the customer say? Did the customer talk about a competitor? That means if you are talking to Vodafone and you say that I like the idea, what you call plan or Airtel plan, then this is very much important. So somebody listens to it. If you can convert that speech or voice into text and try and find out, okay, people are talking about this thing, then that is very much important. So understanding those patterns is very difficult. Similarly, you take image recognition. Now I'll tell you one very good use case. So there's a company XYZ. What they do is it's basically a tourism firm, kind of a firm where they will help you to make tourism based packages if you want to go abroad and stuff. What they do is initially they will show you 100 different images. Some of the images would be beach related, some of the images would be like forts, some of the images would be deserts and all those things. Now, basis that, they will see from the video cam what is your facial expressions, and basis that what they will do is fundamentally go ahead and create an entire plan which is very helpful for you. So let's say there is a image of a beach and I'm very much excited. When I see desert, I'm not much excited, right? So it will basically curate an entire tailor-made plan for me, and then they will say, okay, you can go to these 5 countries because what I see from your face is you like beaches. That's a very good machine vision, image recognition, computer vision kind of a problem statement, right? Okay, so let me take some questions. Okay, so I see there are a few questions. What kind of data science project do we need to attract company recruiters? Okay, Naresh, very good question. First, most important thing, your problem statement or use cases that you're solving should not be academic. That means the Titanic data set, housing data set, and all those things are not required. I'll tell you one good mantra. What you do is try and find out, go to their websites and try and find out what are the use cases that they are solving. So according to me, typically most of the services firms basically try to solve text analytics use case, right? Voice analytics use case. They try to solve use cases into digital marketing. That means I'll tell you what kind of use cases they will solve. If let's say you are the customer and you went on Amazon, what is the reason that you didn't end up buying the product? When should you put your banner on the website, right? So all of these kind of use cases, fundamentally I'm telling you, text analytics, sentiment analysis, or maybe let's say for example marketing analytics, fraud analytics, right, into insurance, into banking analytics, basically who is going to be go ahead and which are the different companies who are going to go ahead and create accounts, rumor identification from the text. All of these use cases are very much important. Okay, let's see. Great. Okay, how to find use cases they are following? Okay, so Hariom, very good question. Go to the company's website and or basically go to Google, write the company name and basically search data science projects or text analytics projects. You will get white papers of so many companies, right? And if you don't get, let me know. Right, Sam. The best word is basically write the company name XYZ. I will not name any company. XYZ space data science project, XYZ space text analytics, XYZ space predictive analytics. Company name space predictive analytics is, according to me, the best set of words. Okay, let's see what is the role of an AI engineer. Number 1, understand the business problem. Number 2, solve the problem and formulate AI recipes. Now, the thinking of a machine learning engineer is more to create a view wherein you can basically run that algorithm and it is going to understand or try to find the patterns and then in future predict what might happen. That's a view of a ML engineer. AI engineer more thinks with respect to automating everything, bringing everything together. If there is accuracy dip, then can you automatically increase it up using some architecture? That's what I'm thinking of AI engineer. Next is build, test and deploy AI models, but think of reinforcing the learnings in an automated fashion. This is the number one difference between an AI engineer and a machine learning engineer. If you want to create a loop of giving the feedback and the system relearns everything, that is the fundamental differentiation between an AI engineer and a machine learning engineer. Next is assemble the machine, configure it and set up for functioning. So if you create a mechanism to try and find out, let's say for example, in this COVID situation, right? That I have seen so many LinkedIn posts where people have created an application where people showcases that, okay, if this person has the mask or not. All of these use cases are very much important, right? So whenever there is a dip in the accuracy, system has to learn automatically. Right? Next, this is a very good point. AI, artificial intelligence, is more related to ability to acquire and apply knowledge. Here it is more related to acquisition of that particular knowledge, right? And also apply, but the core difference I told you, right? Core difference is to think of a reinforcing the learnings in an automated fashion, right? Now, artificial intelligence main aim is to get success. Machine learning engineers main differentiation is he wants more accuracy or she wants more accuracy, right? AI is more decision making. Machine learning is more identifying patterns, right? So that's why I said, right, AI looks at a bigger picture, ML is at a smaller level, right? AI is more related to optimization. What is the optimal solution for my business problem? Machine learning is, it might not be typically optimal, but it is giving you highest accuracy, right? Artificial intelligence leads to intelligence of solving everything together. Machine learning is more related to acquiring knowledge to improve the accuracy of the construct. Okay, is there any class here online which we can join to study? I think Let's Upgrade is going to come with a structure, so you can basically go ahead and do that. Next, let's see machine learning, specifically. There are three key points. One is you develop a mathematical model. Now I'll tell you what it is. Let's take a simple example of finding out in a website like Amazon that who is going to leave your particular web page and go. That means you went online on Amazon, you tried searching Dell laptop, you didn't end up buying it, you added the system to the cart. Now, as a data scientist, your objective is fundamentally to go ahead and try and find out, okay, who are the people who are going to come to your website next time, right? And if they come next time, what you have to showcase them, right? If I am searching for Dell specific laptop every day on Amazon, I'm not buying it. That means I am a Dell enthusiast. So whenever I come on the website, it has to show me Dell related laptops. That is something like a recommendation system. But to build that, you need a mathematical model. Mathematical model means what is the probability that Hemant is going to go ahead and build this, basically go ahead and buy this particular product. Next is makes predictions. Now, once your mathematical model is created, this mathematical model will basically go ahead and give predictions. That means, okay, Hemant will come to your website day after tomorrow with a probability of 0.9. right? Or maybe a person X or person Y is going to come with a probability of 0.6. That is prediction, right? Cumulative of all of this is predictive analytics. Where is machine learning used? Number one, email filtering. Have you seen that when you basically go ahead and open your Gmail, you will find that so many emails have come to us, but some of them go into spam. Now, data science or machine learning fundamentally has a mechanism where it understands that, okay, this might be a spam and then it goes inside. Similar, next is automotive. Automotive would be automatically understanding that would be an issue in your in your car, like specifically into engine or coolants and all those. Healthcare, very much important. Automatically understanding what kind of health problem will this particular person have. Agriculture, try and find out what specific crops have to be put in a particular area without doing soil testing. That is a very good use case. It's a computer vision use case. Banking frauds. Industrial, I'll give you a very good example. There was a company which basically made chairs, right? Plastic chairs. And the use case was that what is the probability that in every 100 set of chairs you will find 20 chairs having bubble in it, having bubble in those chairs. That was a very good use case. uh, so Nadifa asks, what is the relation between AI and robotics? Robotics fundamentally is more related to one use case, or maybe a group of set of use cases who basically build up, like say for example, best example is so robotic surgery, right? When you take robotic surgery, there are a lot of variables that are involved. Now, to understand those variable cuts, you can use deep learning, right? And if there is something which is the system does not know but has to do, is very much important. Why? Because it depends upon the criticality of the robotics project. If the robotics project is critical, related to human health and all those things, then AI comes into picture. If the complexity of the problem is not very high, you can solve it using machine learning. Let's see. Okay, fine. All right. Now this is fundamentally deep learning, right? Examples are driverless cars, enabling them to recognize a stop signal, right? Now this stop signal in different countries might be slightly different. I mean, the color won't be different, but the sizes of the box, where the light is and all those, and also basically who is walking. So there's a lot of dynamism, right? How many people are on the road, how do you do all of those? So there you will require artificial neural networks to do that. So artificial neural network is slightly different concept, but deep learning is basically advanced ANN itself, right? Fundamentally, what is the roles that we have? ML is more related to machine learning applications. Deep learning is more into wherever machine learning fails, deep learning comes, right? So the fundamental goal between ML and DL is wherever you don't have specific cuts, or let's say for example, deep learning requires a lot of data. Why? Is because for understanding deep level cuts for a machine learning algorithm, it's not very easy until unless your data set contains both the different constructs. So imagine that you have a red apple and you have a green apple. Now, if you showcase red apple 995 times and green apple only 5 times, then machine learning will not really work well. Right? In those cases, you require deep learning to understand very deep feature differences between the red apple and the green apple, right? This is just a hypothetical example I am giving you, but all complex cases where the identification of patterns is not that easy, deep learning comes into existence. So I will end my session here. If you have any questions, I can take those questions. I'll just see if I have missed any use cases. Okay, or maybe questions. So Sam asked, where are you working? So I work in eClerx as a head of AI and machine learning group. Guys, you have to ask me questions. This is very much important. And I will give you a minute. And what you all have to do is basically go ahead and tell me 5 different companies in Mumbai which work fundamentally on the concepts of data science. So I see Shiva NR asks a question, data science. Okay, so difference between data science and AI. Okay, so data science is more business oriented, right? I mean, what kind of business problem it has come to you? How do you solve it? All of these things is more related to, data science. And using AI, you solve that data science problem. So data science is more business oriented, and seeing the using the AI concepts, you solve this particular problem. Okay, Gaurav asks, what type of questions asked in an interview? AIML, DLDS. So they will ask you some fundamental questions, right? But basis my experience as and how I take, basically we ask more related to what kind of use cases you have solved, what was the end consumable, how did the client like it. So if you're a fresher, let's say for example, then we will ask more related to, did you understand the problem, what was the problem statement, how did you end up getting the accuracy. If let's say for example this kind of problem comes to you in a client environment, what you might do, all of those questions, right? So first it will start with your use cases that you have put on your CV, right? Second, data science fundamentals like classification, clustering, regression kind of algorithms. Then within that we will go ahead and ask you questions related to probability and statistics. So these are the three levels: use cases, then second is your the algorithm that you have used, and the third level is some basics of statistics and probability. Okay, next question, how much time it takes to be a data scientist? Okay, Suyash, it's not the time, right? If you are equipped with how to solve a business problem and have 5 6 different use cases, so one use case can be into finance, banking, services, insurance, right? And so services can be digital marketing services or anything. So if you can solve 5 use cases, then I think you're ready to do that. Faisal gives good question. TCS, Accenture, Wipro, Infosys, India Bulls. Okay, all of you, can you take like 15 seconds, search online what kind of use case? You can just copy and paste the use case. What TCS is currently working on, TCS or Accenture, Wipro, all of these companies. Meanwhile, I'll answer a few questions. What is better way to learn? First data science, then AI/ML. Okay, Ashish, best important thing that you should do is basically go ahead and first learn the business context. So I am not saying domain. I'm not saying you to learn insurance or learn digital marketing. I'm trying to make you understand that what is more important is the question that comes from the client, right? So you have to first start with basics of data science, slowly go into AI, machine learning, and then deep learning. So basically first basics of data science, probability, statistics, some programming, then try to see what kind of use case come. Don't try to solve it, see what kind of use case, and then start with ML and DL. So you don't have to specifically learn AI. So if you do ML, DL, then when the reinforcement or feedback concept comes, automatically AI will come. So the step is data science basics, then you have machine learning, deep learning, and then AI. How was your step when you started learning again? So Hariom, my case was slightly different. I mean, when I was into my PhD and stuff, that time I used to learn AI, machine learning, and all those in my coursework and stuff, right? But for a fresher, the best way I'm telling you is, number one, I'm repeating it again and again. Number one, try to find out what are the companies which typically take data science professionals, see those use cases, try to solve similar use cases online. But before doing all of these things, you need to know 4 things. One is basics of statistics and probability, some math, some programming background, right? That you have to do. So programming background means you don't have to learn everything C++, Java and all. Learn Python, which is actually required for data science, right? Or R for data science. Once you do that, try to run algorithms, some basic algorithms, some online available data set. Online, I mean some academic data set, and then showcase it in a presentation form. Once you do all of these things, then go on the website, get use cases, see what are the use cases on Kaggle, and try to solve those. So how many use cases you have to solve? One is banking, finance, services, insurance. These are the four things that you have to find out. How to improve. So Neha Mishra's how to improve model accuracy. So this is slightly out of context, but I'll tell you. Uh, when you want to improve the accuracy of a particular model, there's a good mantra. When you see the train, test, and validation in a general machine learning problem, if train, test, and validation have similar level of accuracy and are more than 75%, then the algorithm is good. If you want to improve it, see to it that these numbers will go up simultaneously together. It's not that training will go up, testing will go down, validation go. These all should go up together. There are a lot of tuning methods, right? Which are there in the algorithms like random forest, right? Gradient boosting, support vector machines. There are a lot of optimization algorithms. You have to use optimization algorithms to improve the accuracy of that particular model. Okay, will the class of AI, but where to find company into which? So Neha, so the best way to find out is go to the website. So Faisal has given few company names, right? Like TCS, Infosys, L&T, Accenture, Wipro, and all those. Go to the company website and search for the key elements, key data science keywords. Like, or best way you can do is write TCS space the algorithm names, right? Or TCS space predictive analytics, TCS space data science. You will find so many white papers that they are working on. So Nadifa, I might basically go ahead and give this presentation to Let's Upgrade, and then you can get it from them. Correct. Faisal says a good use case, right? Building chatbots to resolve queries. Now, chatbot is a very complex structure if it is not rule based, because a lot of people talk in different ways, right? The system or chatbot has to understand that, okay, if somebody is saying, hey, how are you? And somebody says, how are you? Right? And somebody says, hey, how you doing? All mean the same. That is a complex activity. Amar, I didn't understand your question. Oh, great. So Manthan, yeah, Cartesian Consulting, Fractal, Latent View, Bridge Eye to Eye. Great, Gaurav. So can you give some use cases? Let's discuss about it. I know that we have crossed the time, but it feels good when I'm interacting with people who basically are very much interested into it. Guys, any other question? Please ask. Okay, so Amar asked, as a fresher to get in as a data science career, best way to get into data science career is basically do a particular course into data science, try to solve some good use cases, make your CV in such a way that it is more visible. So if you put banking, finance, services, insurance kind of use cases, then it will be having a broad plethora of problem statements that you have solved, and your CV will be more visible, right? So basically, as a fresher, you fundamentally have to go ahead and solve more number of use cases, but it has to be confined to the type of problems that are happening in industry. Neha Mishra says, is NLP required along with ML to develop? Yes, Neha, it is very much required. I'll tell you what. Let's say there's a sentence, Facebook acquired Instagram, right? Subject, object, predicate. All of these things are very much important for a chatbot system, because the reason because that chatbot has to understand the intent of that particular statement, right? Without understanding the intent doesn't make any sense, right? Similarly, if you're doing a speech to text kind of an activity or text to speech kind of activity, all of those things are more NLP focused. So if you do not understand how do you showcase or help the machine understand these concepts which are a part of natural language processing, then it is difficult for us to create a chatbot. If you're creating a rule-based chatbot, that means you click here, then go there, you don't require NLP at all. So Akarshit asks, where to begin to start with AI and ML? First, understand that you have to basically go ahead and go through few use cases. Go to all the known companies, go to their website and search for data science projects. Try to read what they have done, right? You will slowly start understanding what is data science projects, how do you solve it, why it is different from a software engineering project, all of those things. Once that entire myth is cleared, then basically try to join a course or try to learn online some basics of probability, programming, machine learning algorithms, how to present the results. All of those things are very much important. Guys, any other question? Else we will end it here. Before I do that, I will basically go ahead and give you a few use cases that I have worked on. Just give me a few seconds. Just give me a few seconds. I'm just giving you a link of a particular channel. So I'm just giving you the channel details. Let me just. So I've given the channel details on the live chat. You can have a look at it, right? And also giving my name, full name and details. You can add me on LinkedIn, right? And we can take these things further. So hope you all liked the session. Please comment or give feedback on the live chat so that we can basically go ahead and improve giving these kind of sessions in near future. Do like and subscribe to the Let's Upgrade channel, right? You will have a lot of use cases in coming future, a lot of sessions that we are going to take, right? But we want feedback about the session from all of you. Please give the feedback. So bye, signing off. Let's meet in my next session.
Machine learning, IoT and different stuff. You can meet the industry prominent guys into our regular meetups which we conduct in your places nearby you. You can register for the same meetups at letsupgrade.in. Hello everyone, this is Sai from Let's Upgrade Community, a community where you can revamp, reskill and upgrade yourself into the latest technologies like analytics, blockchain, machine learning, IoT and different stuff. You can meet the industry prominent guys into our regular meetups which we conduct in your places nearby you. You can register for the same meetups at letsupgrade.in. Hello everyone, this is Sai from Let's Upgrade Community, a community where you can revamp, reskill and upgrade yourself into the latest technologies like analytics, blockchain, machine learning, IoT and different stuff. You can meet the industry prominent guys into our regular meetups which we conduct in your places nearby you. You can register for the same meetups at letsupgrade.in. Hello everyone, this is Sai from Let's Upgrade Community, a community where you can revamp, reskill and upgrade yourself into the latest technologies like analytics, blockchain, machine learning, IoT and different stuff. You can meet the industry prominent guys into our regular meetups which we conduct in your places nearby you. You can register for the same meetups at letsupgrade.in. Hello everyone, this is Sai from Let's Upgrade Community, a community where you can revamp, reskill and upgrade yourself into the latest technologies like analytics, blockchain, machine learning, IoT and different stuff. You can meet the industry prominent guys into our regular meetups which we conduct in your places nearby you. You can register for the same meetups at letsupgrade.in. Hello everyone, this is Sai from Let's Upgrade Community, a community where you can revamp, reskill and upgrade yourself into the latest technologies like analytics, blockchain, machine learning, IoT and different stuff. You can meet the industry prominent guys into our regular meetups which we conduct in your places nearby you. You can register for the same meetups at letsupgrade.in. Hello everyone, this is Sai from Let's Upgrade Community, a community where you can revamp, reskill and upgrade yourself into the latest technologies like analytics, blockchain, machine learning, IoT and different stuff. You can meet the industry prominent guys into our regular meetups which we conduct in your places nearby you.